Hello, everyone. For those of you who are joining me this morning, thank you very much. I greatly appreciate it. The name's Claude Greywolf. I am the owner of the Hero Arcade. Welcome in, welcome in. It is great to have y'all here this morning. I know for some of the non-subscribers, it is a ad break going on. I am sorry for that. I have to figure out a way how to get set up faster before the first 3-minute ad break. So let's just wait for that ad break to finish. But for those of you that can't... Oh, there it is, right there. Ad break just finished. So, again, hello, everyone. Claude Greywolf here, owner of the Hero Arcade. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for joining me this morning again. I know this is a little odd for me to be streaming this early in the morning, but for some of you, it's probably way later. But that's okay. I am actually trying to swap up the way that I stream a bit. Get a little bit of morning streams going, get a little bit of extra, because I want to push this in order to get a reach to more people, to grow this community a lot larger than it already is already. Like, how many people do I have in my Discord at the moment? Let me see. 68 members in the Discord. That's not too bad. 68 members is an amazing number to start out with how small I am, and I am extremely grateful to all of you who have joined the Discord. And yeah, so let me make sure that I can hear myself. Give me 1 second. Let me make sure that I can hear myself. I'm sure you've heard me just say that twice. Anyway, let's go ahead and get on. By the way, the music that you heard at the start, plus this music, is by a person in the furry community. Their channel is called Walking Dog. You can find them on YouTube Music. You can find them on real fast. And tell you all where you can find them. Just give me uno momento, por favor. Give me uno momento, por favor. Stop. I don't want to hear myself. Okay, here we go. Let me pull up their website here on my computer. And yes, you can hear my Discord going off. I know. I have this routed through my computer because I don't have any other way to route it. Come on, computer. Work with me here. It looks like, yes, they are through YouTube Music, they are through Spotify, it looks like they're also through Apple Music by the look of it, and Bandcamp. Looks like Amazon as well by the look on the symbol on their little banner. Anyway, if you go to my About panel, you can find Stream Music, and they have a link to, I have a link to their site there. So go check them out. They are really good for stream, and it's stream safe music too. So you're not going to get any kind of copyright strike for having it in your streams or in your videos. And if you do go check them out, also go check out Vince Wolf here, because he's the he has the rights to this music, and he's the one that set this up. So go check him out. He is a sweet guy, and he deserves all the love as well. Anyway, I have rambled on all that I am going to ramble on at the moment. So, let's get this started, shall we? Okay. Let me turn back on. That, and let us go. Okay. So, where were we at? Oh, wait a second. Oh, I forgot! Oh! I forgot what level I am! I can actually do the Gunbreaker stuff! Yes! I'm gonna go do that real fast before I do MSQ, because... I get to see my favorite character once again. I get to go see my favorite character once again. Where is he? Where is he? Nope, not that way, not that way. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? There he is! You'll be pleased to hear that the Yellow Jackets have offered us an assignment. After taking on more than we bargained for with our previous clients, we're hoping this one turns out to be relatively straightforward. We haven't heard what it entails yet, but I'll bet it's something important. A man called Futag Ufatog has arranged to meet us in Bulwark Hall. Let's go and see what he wants. Okay, Bulwark Hall. I forget where that is. I think that's down... Yeah, that's downstairs. Thank you for coming at such short notice. Time is of the essence, so I'll be brief. We want to protect Gilwez, who was until recently leader of the Flaming Mongrels. They were once a gang of raiders, but eventually settled in Limsa Lominsa to extort and rob their way to a position of considerable influence in the criminal underworld. That all ended when Gootswell turned himself in. No one saw it coming, not even the other Flaming Mongrels. He's due to give a testimony in exchange for a reduced sentence, and not just about the crimes he committed himself either. All of the gangs he had dealings with have an ample reason to silence him before he spills his secrets. He's currently being held in Morbay docks. Your job is to see that he reaches Limsa in one piece. So you want us to act as bodyguards to a criminal? I don't like the sound of that. We'll be protecting the information that's in his head. It is. And before you ask why we're hiring outsiders, it's to avoid attention. If you pull too many Yellow Jackets from their post, the gangs figure out what's going on. Hello, Marcuo. I still can't pronounce names right. I am so sorry. Welcome in, welcome in. One Piece, is real? I don't know if it's real in this universe, but I know a universe it definitely is real in. Better to give the impression that it's business as usual while using professionals like you to escort him in secret. We'll still need to secure the route, so I'll go on ahead and see to the preparations. Come find me at the dry docks when you're ready. Before we begin, we should find out more on this Guildwez. While it's important to place our trust in the client, I don't want to repeat the mistake we made last time. Okie dokie. If the rumors are true, the flaming mongrels are involved in most of the money lending and extortion that goes on in the city. Guildwez was at the center of the web, overseeing every aspect of these clandestine activities. Now that he has finally found the decency to give himself up, I imagine that his former associates would rather he kept quiet about concealing their dealings. Oh, yes. Everybody has heard about the flaming mongrels. Their modus operandi is to offer loans, increase the interest to the extent that their mark has no hope of paying it back, then forcing the pool or soul to obey their every whim. I'm not at liberty to discuss an ongoing investigation. I can say, however, that many Yellowjackets believe heartless curs like Guildwitz deserve nothing less than death. He and his rogues have left only tragedy and despair in their wake. Mercy would be a waste. Why do I feel like this is going to be a troublesome... Is that a Roth? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know the rule. You know the rule. I see a Roth. I have to say it. There. Favorite character. Did you hear anything useful? Yes, it's just as Fang Yuta said. Guildwide certainly has a lot of enemies on both sides of the law. Radovon, it's not too late to refuse. Think about what you're doing. Trust me, I have. Now, let's say no more on the matter. We have a job to do. I have no idea where the Morabay dry dock is. Oh, that's way outside Limsa. Where is he? Where? I don't see him anywhere. Is he up here? Yes, he is. No, I'm gonna come stand next. My favorite character. All set? Good. Then it's time to bring out the prisoner. I present Guildwise, Scourge of Limsa Lominsa. His life is in your hands now. Guard him well. Thank you kindly. Are you sure you've got the right man? Quite sure. Now listen carefully, this is important. We've scouted the road ahead and we've spotted a group of unsavory figures lying in wait. The plan is to put them down and rush past before anyone realizes what's happened. Well, if that's how you prefer to handle it, then very well. But we'll need someone to take the lead and cut through their ambush. I choose you for that role, Claude. Show me how far you've come as a gunbreaker. The rest of us will stay close to Guildwits and fend off any that try to flank us. Futog, I give you my word that we'll get him to Limsa Lominsa, even if I have to carry him there. We're depending on you, Claude. Once you've cleared a path, we'll be right behind you. We'll regroup at Okan's Embrace and assess the situation before moving on. Okay. You say it as if I'm going to lose. That was a fluke. Okay, that was a fluke. Also, it was because I didn't equip the armor. I have the armor equipped. I have good armor equipped, in fact. See? Nothing to worry about. A pretty poor attempt at an ambush. Without the element of surprise, they're nothing. Yes, very impressive. But I'll save my thanks until we reach Limsa, if you don't mind. I bring bad news, I'm afraid. Those men weren't here to ambush you. They were only lookouts. The bulk of the enemy forces lie ahead. We'll take the prisoner to a safe hiding place until those rogues have been dealt with. What? Why wasn't I informed sooner? We only just received the information ourselves. I'm to take the prisoner into custody while you are to return to your post until further notice. As for the hirelings, their service are no longer required. Now hold on a moment! Look, if you got a problem, take it up with Commodore Raynor. They're his orders, not mine. All right, you've made your point. Well, that's, I suppose. Nevertheless, I'll see that you receive the full amount as agreed. It was a pleasure working with you. Something about this doesn't add up. Surely it would make more sense for Futog to go with them. Besides, our agreement was to see Guildwits the Limsa, and that's exactly what I intend to do. You two come with me. It looks like the shoe's on the other foot this time, so I can hardly refuse. Come on, before he does something we'll regret. Run like the wind, Claude. Yes, I'm running like the wind as fast as I can. Actually, you know what? I really want to go get the other mounts for this. It's not it. She took him inside. If my guess is correct, there's no time to waste. Nothing for it but to follow him, I suppose. Stop this at once! Stay out of it, sellsword. My friend's dead because of this filth. He's got no right to live, so why would you protect him? Because I gave my word. Though he may be beyond redemption, he acts not for his own sake, but for the good of others. His testimony will make Limsa Lominsa a safer place. Now lower your axe. Thank the 12 you got here when you did. It didn't take long for us to find out this was all a ruse. But by then, she'd already bought enough time to carry out her plan. Lucky for us, you three weren't so easily duped. Of course, she's not the only yellow jacket to bear a grudge against Guildwits, but I never thought any of us would go to such lengths. Ah, a fine bloody mess this is. While we may have been waylaid somewhat, our order to escort Guildwise still stands. Before we go, I want to thank ye for all ye done. Truth is, I ain't got long to live, even if as escape and if me ear lobbed off, the sickness'll get me for sure. You could have lived out your days as one of the leading figures in the underworld, rich and powerful. What made you turn yourself in? Since afore I can remember, I've been cheating and killing to put food in me belly and gill in me pocket. And all I was good at, too. Worked me way to the top. But the top of what? A bunch of liars, swindlers, and murderers? And when I found out I only a few moons left, I realized Limsa's the way it is because of people like me. It ain't gotta be that way, though not if I say my piece. In that case, we best get you to Limsa post-haste. Aye, before I kick the bucket, lead the way. See? Easy mission. No trickery fighting. No huge mess. Not the most direct route, but we got here in the end. All that is remains for Gildswitz to give his testimony. On behalf of the Yellow Jacket, I offer my thanks. You've kept your word. Now it's my turn. Fare ye well. Every city has its problems. This one more than most. It's high time we moved on. Seeing as we've been to Alamigo, Gridania, Udal, and Limsa Lominsa, that just leaves Ishgard. I don't exactly thrive in cold climates, though. Just get yourself a decent overcoat, and you'll be fine. Well then, let's be off. Of course, it would find a reason to put me in Ishgard with this. Of course, it would find a reason to put me in Ishgard. So, I'm guessing if I'm correct, I know where he's going to be at. If anything, he will probably be in here. Am I blind or something? No, he's got to be in here. Right? He's not in here. Where is he? Oh, he's hanging out outside. Oh, I love her coat. I love her coat. That is cute. I'd admit, it's a fair bit colder than I was expected. Not that that's anything to be concerned about. That's easy for you to say. You'll soon get used to it, I'm sure. Anyways, Claude, it seems that instead of offering work via an adventurers guild, Ishgard's Temple Knights issues levs. Although they do not appear to be any clients in need of protection, it is only a matter of time before something comes our way. Until then, I'll be sure not to let your skills or your gunblade grow rusty. The next one is level 68. I am 65, so that's 3 levels. And until then, I can continue on the main story quest. Yay! Wait, it's in Thanorland? Oh, right. I forgot where I was doing. I feel so dumb. I forgot I was out all the way near Little Alamigo. Okay, so I need to fly. And yes, I switched my mount to Mount Roulette so it cycles through my favorites. I also turned off the writing music. For good reasons. One, I love the music of the areas. It's so pretty. See, I believe it was... Wait. Well, I thought it was over. No, I am stupid. There are some markings on the map that tells me which way to go. Yes, I know I can't fly any higher with my mount. I I'm sorry. I have the awareness of Rolanola Zolo from One Piece. I will get lost if you point me in the direction. And just so you guys are clear, when I first started playing this, a friend tried to take me to the Pugilist Guild, and I was following him, and I still got lost. That should tell you how good I am with directions. Okay. So, wait, what wind-up do I get? A wind-up Moonbreeda? Forgive me, my thoughts were elsewhere. And this is when I know full well there is yet work to be done. The crystals? Leave them to me. I will go back to Zahark and secure them. The Amaja will still be in disarray after the thrashing the warriors' darkness gave them. They are not likely to notice a lone bard skulking about. Oh, hydrate. Oh, and a stretch. And a posture check. Dang! Alright. I get it. Give me a moment to hydrate and posture check. Oh, a double hydrate. Okay, so I'm drinking a full bottle of water during this. Yes, I will go do that now. Give me one moment. Okay. Thank you for the hydrates. Thank you for the posture check. And thank you for the stretch. I appreciate it, y'all. But Thancred, you don't have to do this. I know, but I want to. I will see you in the Rising Stones. Yes, big wolf stretchies. I should go find Ida and Papa Limo. They must have finished searching the masked camps by now. Not that it matters anymore. You scared the living hell out of me! That's not funny! I thought something had targeted me out here! Okay. I don't have a voice for her, so let's try this. You must be tired, Claude. I know I am. If thou will permit me, my lady, I would ask a question. When didst thou become aware of my independent pursuits? When I saw your meeting with that warrior of darkness and the Asian in the white-eyed at the great library, I tried not to think the worst. You'd never be one to confide in others, so I knew that even with your intentions pure, you would not share your plans with us until you felt the time was right. But I cannot deny that part of me feared you had simply betrayed us. Would that there had been another way. No, I took no pleasure in deceiving thee. and that these sins will forever weigh heavy on my heart. I understand why you did what you did, that you sought to achieve the greatest good while inflicting the least harm. Not many would have the courage to make that choice. But even knowing what came of your actions, I find that I cannot condone them. I'm sorry. Claude, forgive me, but I believe the events of the day have taken their toll on me. I should like to rest for a while. If thou would grant me leave, I would greatly escort thee unto a refuge of thine own choosing. Once my lady has regained her strength, we shall join thee at the rising stones. Until then, warrior of light. Okie dokie. Wait, is that another hydrate? Jeez. Okay. I'll grab another bottle of water. Jeez. Give me one moment. You guys. Why? Why? Yeah, what? I have to. Give me a second. Gosh. Where is it? I'm sorry, I have to impose a limit on it. I have to, because I only have so many bottles of water, and now I've got to drink. I've got to drink 2 more bottles of water? You guys are gonna make me go to the bathroom. Alright, give me a moment while I drink those. My dudes, really? I haven't even gone to go get up to get the bottles of water, and you. I'm gonna end up having to go to the restroom before the end of the stream. Alright, give me a moment to drink those. Okay. I believe I am hydrated to the point of bursting. Okay. So, speak with Papolimo. Okay. It's gonna be in here. Probably up top. If my guess is right. I'm wrong! He's down below. Nice try, but my mana looks completely different from that. My mana is nice and blue, not purple. Although, it would look pretty cool for it to be purple. Well met, Claude. Alphinaud said you would be joining us. 'Twould seem the Griffin's double was telling the truth, insofar as we found nothing resembling a sizable cache of crystals in the masked camp. Did you perchance find the one in the Ark? Ah! Do I have to impose a limit on that too? Gods. Okay. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. Okay. Just open up my redeem portal. Stretchy, stretchy, stretchy. Also, I imposed limits on that. Because now I've learned my lesson. You will spam it. Although I thank you for that. I am so glad I don't have a push-up redeem or a squats redeem, because I would be tired with you in my chat. Actually, oh no! No! Why did you contribute 250 to that? No!
I don't believe it. The crystals, Minfilia, all of it, it's just, I don't know what it is.
I sympathize, Ida. Even now, I struggle to comprehend that which I saw. The only thing I can say with certainty is that I feel blessed to have been granted a final chance to speak with her. 'Twas bittersweet, aye, but also affirming. Alphinaud, I believe it is past time Ida and I rejoin the Scions. We have been away for far too long. Though I am loath to leave the Griffin to his own devices, I feel our investigation would benefit from your more dispassionate perspectives, and I hope that we might in turn offer our own opinions on as many challenges that you have faced in our absence.
Gods, it's been absolutely ages, hasn't it? I can't wait to hear about everyone's adventures.
We should be glad to recount them then, and Tataru's tale may well surprise you. Uh-oh. Ida Ralgar, be praised it is you. Ida, alive and standing here before me in the flesh, I can hardly believe my eyes. Oh, come now, has it really been so long that you don't remember me? It's Gundobald. I fought beside your father in the Revolution. Don't think less of her, friends. It's been 20 years since the occupation sent us our separate ways, but the resistance were always welcome in Little Alamigo. They gave us hope, and young Ida most of all. Aye, Ida here was always full of fire, ever the first to volunteer for a mission, until the day she up and vanished, that is. There were rumors, and we feared the worst, but here you are, alive and well, looking nary a day older.
But, well, what can I say? I'm sorry for running off like that and making you all worry. It's a long story, but you see, I got involved with my friends here and Scions, and oh, sorry, we're still in the circle of knowing back. You were still in the circle of knowing back then, right? Anyway, I wanted to come back and tell you, but it was all very secretive stuff at the time, and, as you can see, I'm completely fine. I know we've got a lot to talk about, and we will, but right now I've got to hurry back to our headquarters. My friends are expecting me.
Pray forgive her. It has been a very long day for all of us. I promise we will visit again at the first opportunity. Let us return to the Rising Stones.
Hells take me for giving you that mask.
Why do I feel like... No. I feel like that's not our Ida, per se. Wait. Oh, what now? A Song of Steam and... And what of you? Oh. That's the extreme for Nidhogg, isn't it? Yeah, nope. Not taking that just yet. Oh, wait. That's to unlock the Savage version? Ooh. Welcome home, Claude. I trust your journey was uneventful. You will be pleased to hear that Thancred has secured the crystal. He sent word a short while ago.
Once he delivered them safely onto the Temple Knight's care, he will rejoin us here and we can declare this matter officially resolved. While awaiting your arrival, I took the opportunity to contact Yastola and Kryl. I briefed them on all that has occurred and also requested that they return to the Rising Stones at their earliest convenience. Now that our lost friends have been found, it would seem meet to discuss the future. Hello, Alpha!
Back in the solar. It's been too long since we were all together like this. Not since after Moonbreeder.
Much has changed since then. We ourselves, most of all.
Though not all who were lost could be gathered here today, we may take comfort in the knowledge that those who are not are carrying on the fight.
While I am grateful to our friends in the north for their hospitality, it isn't half good to be back.
But, as Papalima rightly said, much has changed since we last stood here. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn are not as they once were, nor should we be. Our travels in the north brought us into contact with a host of fine and generous people, and their selfless deeds serve to show me that it is not lofty causes that should inform our actions, but our hearts. And I hope that the Scions might continue in this manner, as individuals driven by individual principles. Provided we all sincerely desire to work towards Eorzea's salvation, I believe the paths we follow to achieve it need not, and should not, be dictated by any single ideal.
Companions bound by a common purpose, free to go whither they will. The idea is not without merit. Very well. I shall resume my research of the primals and the elder gods of Eorzea. Should anyone have need of my findings, you need only ask.
Ooh, I have not had a chance to look at the live letter. I will have to look into that.
I should be glad of your continued assistance.
Well, my main purpose in coming here was to see the signs of the Seventh Dawn restored and my dear friend found. Nevertheless, having involved myself in your struggles, I feel compelled to see them through to the bitter end. For Minfilia's sake. That is, if there are no objections.
You will always be welcome here, Kryl.
Urianger, can we trust you to carry on your investigation of the Ascians as before?
Oh, it contains spoilers. Okay, probably shouldn't. Okay, I will continue to be surprised when things go live. Unless somebody can feed me like a spoiler-free version.
Regardless of mine own desires, I am undeserving of your trust, having so villainously deceived you all.
Now, I'll hear no more of that. 'Twould be disrespectful of Minfilia's wishes. She entrusted matters here to us, that we might protect this star and understand the truth which hides at her heart. Mayhap I can handle the former, but I think you far better suited to the latter. No?
Very well. Then out of love for my Lady Minfilia and Moonbreeder both, this shall be my solemn charge.
I would appreciate that, Alpha Pack.
Papalimo and I should probably return to Thanalan to keep an eye on the Resistance.
If you can tell me about it over Discord, if you haven't joined the Discord already, let me know via DM. And also, if any of you in chat have not joined the Discord, please do so. There is a link on our Twitch page that will take you directly to it. All you have to do is read the rules, make sure you understand them, do the verified thing. There is other stuff in order to get better rolls.
There's still the matter of the Griffin and the Amalja, not to mention the new Imperial Viceroy. That little lot must be worthy of our attention, right?
But yeah, make sure you join the Discord. Oh, and make sure your Twitch account is also connected to your Discord, so that way if you subscribe to my channel, you gain access to our subscriber lounge. Yeah, no, I already put a limit on that. There's no way that you can do 10 hydrates in a row anymore. Not unless you have, like, specifically 10 people in... Oh, nope, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying it. Because if I say it, you'll probably do it. And then I will definitely need to go to the restroom. Oh, he's suspicious.
And what will you do, Alize?
You know I have no great love for organizations and formalities. That being said, this new approach you propose is not wholly objectionable, and we've always got him to keep us from bickering. But I will suffer no titles. I am not here for House Leveilleur, nor to walk in Grandfather's shadow.
Upon that point, we see eye to eye. If it please you, you may think of me as but another comrade in arms.
Well then, Alfie.
No! I
for
shouldn't
my
have
part,
opened
shall
my
see to the
mouth!
paperwork and the finances with my characteristic aplomb.
I would not have it any other way, Tataru. And we mustn't forget you. What now for the Warrior of Light?
Oh, so I get to choose what to say here?
Indeed.
The path behind us was fraught with hardship, and the path before us will be no less unforgiving. But a new dawn shall break over the realm, and I see before me the faces of those who will deliver it.
Look at them, Claude. The scions of the Seventh Dawn. Look how far we've come. The people we've met, the moments we've shared, the losses we've suffered, the tragedies we'll overcome. All of it has made us who we are today. Where we go from here, and what the future holds, only the 12 know. But I know that we will find out together.
One world's heroes are another world's villains. One world's loss, another world's gain. Where men go as one, there is life. And where there is life...
My friends, if I may, I would ask that you entrust Tupsimati to me.
Excuse me?
Clouds gather upon the horizon, and as Master Louisoix's disciple, I would keep it close at hand.
Why do I feel like this is a bad idea?
Thank you. I shall guard it well.
Why do I feel like this is a really bad idea?
There is cause to hope. For every ending, every parting, marks a new beginning.
Well done, brother. You may resume your normal duties and rejoin the others. The coming battle shall be our greatest yet, and I intend to stand with you all on that glorious day. True believers are so readily led. I have given them everything they desire, all for which they have prayed. I doubt you can say the same for your pawns. Get what you wanted then? Was it all worth it in the end? There were some unexpected developments, but they were ultimately to our advantage. Be it host to fit of light or dark, a wood bereft of equilibrium is but a void is waiting, and a void is of no use to my master. I shall follow her emissary with great interest. As for the pawns whom you so pity, they have delivered unto me a gift, which I do now present to you. No! Nidhogg's eyes! The eyes of Nidhogg. Many were the candidates considered, but by your deeds you have proven yourself the most deserving. A man of boundless rage and a bottomless despair, in whose breast beats a heart which thirsts for vengeance. Only you are fit to wield these eyes, for well or for woe. That's not good. That's not good. That is really not good.
Oh, I don't like the idea of there being another baddie that I'm going to have to take care of before this is over with. So it was here all along. Oh, we haven't seen him in a while. Oh, just you wait, my pretty. You and I are going to have so much fun. Yes, I know, but the fact that one of them has Nidhogg's eyes, Nidhogg was such a pain. Ah, Claude, just the hero I wanted to see. Would you mind doing me a small favor? I need you to meet me at the Diamond Forge. This won't take long, I promise. The Diamond Forge... Please tell me she's not making me an outfit. Because she's made outfits for mostly everyone else. Just, please tell me she's not making me an outfit. Please tell me, because I like my fit so far. The only thing that would improve my fit is if I could get, like, the boots with the spurs. Because I would love that. I would love to have the boots with the spurs for this outfit. Destination. No! I don't want an outfit from her! Unless it's like cowboy themed. Uh-oh. I don't like this. All right, everyone, ready to go to work? No squirming now. Oh, you might want to close your eyes. What are they doing? Mauling me? There, all finished. The Warrior of Light's every measurement, from heroic head to intrepid toe. Well, wouldn't you like to know? All in good time, Claude. All in good time. Aha! Found you. Alphanod wants everyone in the Solar for a meeting. I don't know what it's about, but he seems to think it's very important. Go on, we have everything we need. No sense in keeping everyone waiting.
We're here. Did we miss anything?
We would not presume to begin without you, Ida. Orianger has returned to the Waking Sands, but everyone else is now present.
Yes, but for what exactly? We all have duties to attend to, Alphino, so you may dispense with the preamble.
Thank you, Elise. It is the very subject of those duties which compelled me to call this gathering. Though the Warriors of Darkness no longer pose a threat, Eorzea's many troubles demand no less of our attention. And while I stand by the decision to approach each task as we see fit, I fear our effectiveness will ultimately be diminished should we continue to act in ignorance of each other's efforts. Thus, I propose we elect a successor to Minfilia. Not to serve as a fully fledged antecedent, perhaps, but as a coordinator of operations.
Is that all? Well, then the decision seems clear. No one else has shown any enthusiasm for the role, and judging by your performance at our previous meeting, you would seem the perfect candidate. You always did have a flair for politics.
I did not mean to... That was not my intention. As my tenure as commander of the Crystal Braves comprehensively demonstrated, I lack the qualities required for such an office. I would much prefer to remain as I am now, a soldier in the field, so to speak.
Should none of our number step forward, must we then constrain some unwilling candidate to take up the position?
Well, based on merit alone, a certain adventurer would be my choice. Though I concede he might struggle to balance his new responsibilities with, let me see, slaying primals, thwarting legatuses, and feeding the orphan poor.
Are they suggesting
Makes
me?
a good point. Any who would wear such a mantle would be bound by its obligations. Have we not become sufficiently familiar with each other's methods to act without an overseer? At present, I see no cause to so willingly limit one of our number.
Oh my goodness! Help! I need some help here!
Uh-oh.
Tataru, are you all right?
Me? I'm fine. It's this poor girl who just staggered in and collapsed on the floor that I'm worried about.
Narco! Kral, a hand if you would. Let us see about closing these wounds.
Now, we've staunched the bleeding, but it may be a while before you can move about again. Though having seen your wounds, I'm surprised you are still moving at all.
Thank you. My message. It was too important to delay. I took the shortest route I could, though I knew it was more heavily patrolled. As you can see, my efforts at evasion were not entirely successful.
Honestly, you're too brave for your own good. What was so urgent that you needed to fight half the Empire to get here? You could have been killed.
I'm sorry, Ida. I had good reason. But I imagine your friends are wondering who this bloody mess of a Mikote is. My name is Minago, and I belong to the Alamegan Resistance. I came to warn Ida and Papalimo about one of our leaders. A man who calls himself the Griffin. He's always been dangerous, but he's planning something new. Something reckless.
The Griffin, you say? I've heard the name. Rumor has it your man is eager to test his claws.
Aye, and on no easy target. He means to assault Belsar's wall from the Alamegan side.
But what does the Griffin possibly hope to gain from such an attack?
From what I understand, he wants the fires of war to spread to Eorzea. And for that...
Oh, did not mean to skip it.
He means to spark a conflict between the Alliance and the Imperial forces stationed in Alamigo, to have Eorzea's armies aid in the liberation effort, whether they will it or no.
His plan is flawed. Even should the Resistance succeed in occupying the wall, they would not be able to hold it. Imperial reinforcements would drive them out within a week.
Be that as it may, if there is even a chance that this scheme could bring about an escalation in hostilities between Eorzea and the Empire, the Alliance must be informed.
Agreed. I should depart for Lim-Sulaminsa forthwith and seek an audience with the Admiral. Thancred, Uldar is yours. Alphino and Alize, make haste to the Twelveswood and notify the Elder Seedseer of the danger to Gridania. She will duly call a council of the Alliance leaders, whom you must be ready to receive. You will be our voice in Ishgard. Explain the situation to Sir Emeric, and encourage him to send an envoy. Kryl, I leave the care of our injured messenger to you. See that she remains quiescent and her wounds closed. I believe that covers everything. Let us be about our tasks.
I suspect the ill tidings from Girabania will be held as a turning point. The beginning to a bloody end. The business of war was ever conducted with the coin of self-sacrifice. 'Twas Master Louis Soir himself who taught us that such costs are not to be ignored or denied. And so I shall embrace them. When the time comes, I will make my choice, as you will yours.
Okay. So, this Griffin guy is becoming about as annoying as a certain other person with a punchable face. Oh, yes, I am concerned at what Ida has cooking as well. But I'm also concerned that there's now a person who has the eyes of Nidhogg who is becoming more concerning than the guy with the punchable face. I suppose the serious threat needs to be handled first. Greetings, Warrior of Light. What business brings you to Ishgard? Oh, Tataru and her measurements? Oh, God! How horrible of an outfit is she gonna make me? Because I don't like any of the outfits she's made so far. It is good to see you, my friend. 'Tis but a pity it must be under such circumstances. Had Lucia not informed me of the urgency of your suit, I would certainly have sent you for some wine. But to business. I thank you for bringing these developments in Alamigo to our attention. Ishgard will of course send an envoy to attend the council in Gridania. I cannot say who will represent us, however, as the choice is not mine to make. Not mine alone, at any rate. Given the imminence of the threat, we may forego the formalities of a full assembly, but I will need to consult my counterpart of the House of Commons prior to proceeding. Will you permit me some time to make the necessary arrangements? I thank you. Our representative, whoever we select, will require a suitable escort. Make your preparations and inform Sir Hadloop that he is to lead in your absence. Yes, Lord Commander. Claude, Pray accompany Lucina to the gates of judgment and make ready to depart for Gridania. I will have our envoy join you as soon as I can. Fury speed you on your way. If you have no other business in the city, join me at the gates of judgment. We must be ready to depart the instant the envoy arrives. Now the question is, how many more quests do I have until I reach that, Breach Stormblood? Yes. Wait, are you... You say yes. Is this the final mission? Is this the final mission? Or do I still have more? We meet again. As it happens, my counterpart in the House of Commons agreed that I should act as Ishgard's envoy. Not I concede that there was ever any real doubt. As Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, it is my duty to sanction any military cooperations. Be that as it may, I could not in good conscience make the decision alone. Not with the ink skip are dry in the Republic's books of statutes. I trust you understand, my friend. Alas, I must test your patience still further by making a brief stop at Camp Dragonhead. Given the trouble brewing in the Black Shroud, I would see that the garrison is ready to defend the border. The garrison commander waits within. Why not accompany me, Claude? You may see a familiar face. A familiar face? That worries me. Oh, no! Claude, oh boy, how wonderful it is to see you, and Sir Emmerich too. To what do I owe this unexpected pleasure? I will have mulled wine brought up from the kitchens at once, if you will excuse. Nay, do not trouble yourself, Onowit. We shall soon be on our way. Lucia, a brief summary, if you will. Yes, Lord Commander. Those villains hardly need an excuse to wage war. Bloodletting comes as natural as breathing to the Gar. To an Imperial. And thus we shall strengthen our patrols as you suggest. We shall also be sure to communicate these developments to Lord Francel and the Observatorium. I see you have everything in hand. Carry on, Commander. They made him a commander? Surprised to see you're truly at the helm? Very surprised! You and me both, old boy. I doubt I'll ever feel worthy to sit where he sat. Yet we can but play the hand we are dealt, and with a little help from the veterans, and Honored's ceaseless childing, I'm sure I can muddle through, so worry not, old boy. Off to Gridania with you. I agree. He is not worthy his seat. Nope, not there. No, not there. There we go. To Gridania. Oh. Diplomatic duties have brought me here on several occasions, but I find that I am enraptured by the Black Shroud's beauty now as I first laid eyes upon it. I fear this time, however, events shall not afford us the luxury of enjoying the splendor of the forest. It seems that we have an escort to the Lotus Stand, a pleasant place to discuss an unpleasant matter, is it not? Yes, of course. 'Tis like that we are late to arrive. Let's announce ourselves, shall we? I really do wish that they would allow, like, a full-on sprint in the city-states. I love it that people on my friends list know that I'm only on when I'm streaming. The envoy of Ishgard has arrived? Very good. This way. If you'll and the Lamentson party as well? I had hoped to slip in unnoticed, but I see I was not the only one delayed in my arrival. Greetings, Sir Emmerich. Admiral, always a pleasure. And Claude, I trust you are well. 'Tis a day of reunions, it seems. I believe you are well acquainted with my escort. Master Claude, I was glad to hear from Riol that the missing scions have now been found. There's much and more I would discuss with you, but let us first attend to the issue at hand, shall we?
I bid you welcome, my friends. As you will by now be aware, The Scions of the Seventh Dawn have come into possession of certain intelligence concerning recent developments in the region of Gir Abania. It springs, I am assured, from an unimpeachable source. Is that not so, Master Alphino?
Indeed, Elder Seedseer. Our information comes directly from a member of the Resistance's inner circle, and we have no cause to doubt its veracity.
This Griffin of theirs is a fool if he thinks he can hold Belsar's wall against the Empire. When the Imperials move to take it back, they will come in force. And the resulting fighting is all but certain to spill over into the Black Shroud.
At the Battle of Cartano, the combined might of 3 grand companies laboured to contend with the remnants of but a single Imperial legion. Alone, Gridania would be hard-pressed indeed to hold back the tide, should the Garleans turn their minds from reclamation to invasion.
May I once more convey my nation's deepest regrets for our inaction in the days prior to the calamity. 'Tis a stain upon our ledger that I would fain remove. Elder Seedseer, I do hereby request leave to deploy a defensive force within the borders of Gridania. Ishgard's return to the Alliance shall be honored by more than mere ink upon parchment.
The Doman people too would join any effort that weakens our common foe. We are few, but our most seasoned shinobi are at your disposal. On behalf of my people, I offer you my humble thanks. Gridania welcomes your assistance.
It is time we set our contingency plans in motion. Is the Alliance agreed? Then let us make ready for war. Victory favors the swift. There is much to be done.
The Council knows that Alamigo will not soon be wrested from the Empire, and its decision to bolster the border's defences seems eminently practical. Why then, brother, do you scowl so?
I agree that they have chosen the wisest course available. Indeed, the only reasonable one. Yet something feels awry. In making ready for war, is the Alliance not granting the Griffin the very thing he desired? Any attempt to hold the wall is doomed to failure, aye. But I wonder if we have misjudged the prize for which he plays.
That the Council was able to reach an accord so swiftly is heartening, a development in itself. I only hope my misgivings prove unfounded. Oh, good. You've yet to part. I fear I'd missed you. Sir Emmerich! Master Alphinaud, a pleasure as always. And Mistress Azalea, how wonderful to see you thus recovered. Pardon the interruption. I had hoped to thank Claude for serving as our escort before other duties called him away. I also wish to thank our Dulman ally.
Oh, I didn't even see her back there!
Forgive me, my lord. I was but awaiting an opportune moment to join the conversation, and forced the habit of making me keep to the shadows. No apologies are necessary, Mistress Yurgirl. I am most grateful for your interjection when I offered Ishgard support. My nation's heroic failure to heed the Alliance plead for aid is a matter of record. Even so, the Alliance leaders were plainly unprepared for my impromptu apology. The resulting air of awkwardness might have lingered longer if you were not for your timely offer for cooperation, which allowed the Elder Seer to accept us both. I very much appreciate the gesture. I only did my duty, Sir Emmerich. The Empire is an enemy to us all, and we are all grateful for the opportunity to fight at your side. And full glad we are to have you. Pray, convey my regards to the Scions, my friends. We must return to Ishgard. Whatever is wrong with a simple sorry or thank you? Must these politicians always make a speech out of everything? That's how we adults speak, dear sister. Mayhaps the ones who like the sound of their own voice. In any case, our business here is concluded. We should be on our way as well. Will you accompany us to Revenant Toll, your girl? Actually, I think I shall first pay a visit to the East Shroud. I'm curious to know how Paparima and Ito fared in their talks with the Sylphs. Not to mention what has been going on at Balsar's Wall. I will join you at the Rising Stones anon. So, to Revenant's Toll. Oh, I need to check the... Hang on. Because I know someone whispered me. Oh my god, Novice Network, why? Another hydrate. There is nothing in my requests. There is nothing in my request that says another hydrate. You sir are trolling me. Okay, to Revenant Troll. Well, do one. At the 2-hour mark, I will personally take a drink of water myself, if nobody has redeemed a hydrate. Welcome back, Claude. I don't know about you, but I am heartily glad that all of the talking is over. I understand that these council meetings are important, but do you not find it tiresome to have some weighty every word before you speak it? I doubt I will ever feel at home in the realm of politics. The implications of what you said, Alpha. The implications. That said, people have known to change. And if my brother is willing to run his own errands, anything is possible. Did she just call out? She just called out her brother, didn't she? Okay. Well, as much as I enjoyed the bustle of the toll, I think it's time we head inside. My brother and the others will not be long. Why do I feel like this is about to come to a head? Ah, you returned from the council. What of Alphanod? Did some other matter require his attention? Mine apologies, friends. I trust we have not kept you waiting over long. Greetings, everyone. Oh, Kryl, how's not Ago doing? Will she be all right? Haru's keeping an eye on her, so we'll know soon enough if there's any change in her condition. Her wounds are healing well. With sufficient rest, I am certain she will make a full recovery. Thank goodness for that. Now, mayhaps you would share with us the Council's decision? Each of the nations, Ishgard included, has committed to providing military support to Gridania. The Orosian Alliance will soon have a significant force in the Black Shroud, ready to respond to any Imperial act of aggression. You know, I almost wish the Council would stop messing around and give the Griffin what he wants. I would like to be the Imperial caught between the Resistance and the Alliance. Ida, you cannot seriously. One does not lightly go to war with the Garlean Empire. Quite. To open hostilities without due consideration would be to invite disaster. If only there was some way to reach the Griffin, some means to convince him to abandon this reckless course. It may not be entirely unfeasible. There's a network of tunnels beneath Balthazar's wall, secret passages dug by the Resistance to provide a way out of Alamigo, which may equally serve as a way in? Precisely. If all are in agreement, I would be the one to undertake the necessary negotiations. I am familiar with the route, and the Resistance is familiar with me. About as familiar as they are with me, you mean? Say what you want, I'm coming too. I have some experience in the practice of infiltration. If you would have me, my services are at your disposal. As are mine. It has been far too long since I've shared a shadow with a shinobi, and I do not intend to waste the opportunity. 4 is quite sufficient for an infiltration mission. Greater numbers will only serve to increase the risk of detection. Kryl and I will direct our energies elsewhere. What of you, Leviers? I will return to the East Shroud and stand watch over the border. Should matters turn for the worse, it would seem wise to be on hand. Might I prevail upon your company with me, Claude? Gridania will be safer for you or your presence. And while it may not seem the most thrilling duty, dear sister, I might ask that you remain at the Rising Stone to pass on messages and so on. To hold the fort, you mean? Very well. I suppose the task must fall to someone. Safe travels, all of you. If you have any unfinished business in the Told, pray attend to it now. I would depart for Hawthorne Hut without delay. The nearby watchtower offers an unrestricted view of Balthazar's wall, and I should interest to speak to the Alliance commanders who have installed themselves at its top. Ah, Claude, there you are. Come Amorous Spire awaits. The Alliance officers on the platform should be able to appraise us of any development at the wall. Fancy meeting the two of you here. We were about to set forth. Indeed, I was about to say. 12 watch over you, but I doubt you have any need of divine protection, even if you are venturing into enemy territory. Don't worry, Alphinaud. We have the Griffin by the scruff of the neck before you know it. Do make up your mind, Ida. Nary a moment ago, you seemed ready to shake hands with the Griffin by the hand rather than by the neck. So which is it to be? It would be best to decide before we enter into negotiations. Trust me, Papalimo. I will shake whatever needs shaking. The talking part I leave to you. Someone please add that as a... You know what? I will add that as a quote myself, because that is funny. Q-U-O-T-E quote. E. I'll shake. E. Nope, not one. Shift. Doop. Doop, doop. YDA. YDA. Boop. Wait. Why did that... Oh, it's quote ad, isn't it? Dumb wolf does dumb thing. There. I think I feel a headache coming on. Let us be on our way, shall we? Have news for us. Okay, so the spire. I forgot I had this set. Okay. Welcome, Warrior Light. I assume you are here to speak with the commanding officers? You'll find them on the observation platform. Pray proceed. Thank you for the posture check. I don't know why it's not popping up in my little thing, but okay. I see it. Don't worry, I see it. Greetings, my friend. 'Tis good to see you both well. I was hoping you might turn up. I've dragged half the watch here. See, and the sight you might help remind him why we bothered. If memory serves, I have not seen many of you since the day the grand melee. I've borne the blunt of your blows. May I say what an honor it is to stand here by your side. 'Tis heartening to see the realm's most stalwart defenders thus gathered in a common cause. Speaking of which, what news from the wall? All has been quiet. You had to open your mouth! Report. What? 7 hells! Fighting has broken out on top of the wall. A full-scale assault. So the Griffin has made his move. Someone has. And what's that supposed to mean? The attackers, they're wearing Grand Company colors. Impossible! We gave no such order. Of course! The wall was never the Griffin's target. It was bait. We have been goaded into deploying our armies nearby, thus lending weight to this deception. If those uniforms are convincing enough to deceive my scouts, the Empire will surely think we've launched an offensive. This could mean war. Even so, this may yet be no more than a diversion. With the armies of the Alliance occupying the Empire's attention, it would be comparatively easy for the Griffin supporters to slip into Alamigo. He could have incited a rebellion against the populace, which the Imperial Reserve would be hard-pressed to contain. Eorzea, meanwhile, would be plunged into chaos. Claude, we must make for the wall at once. What? Just the 2 of you? Our company's embarked on a mission to sway the Griffin from his course, and what are likely halfway to his command post by now. They will emerge in the midst of a raging battle if I do not mean to abandon them to their fate. It will be dangerous, aye, but the confusion may work to our advantage. If we are careful to avoid the skirmishing, it may yet be possible to reach the Griffin, and if we can do that... Lady Hilda, might I ask you have an airship ready to air the Scions to safety? Ha! I don't know who this Lady Hilda is, Marshal, but you can count on me. We must prepare for Imperial reprisal. May the Navigator guide us through the storm. Forward, comrades! The time has come to drive the Empire from Alamigo and force upon those who have turned their backs to our suffering for so long. Let this victory be the first step in liberation of our homeland. Alamigo will be free, no matter the cost. Okay, you've now reached the point that you have just a punchable face as Ilbert. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. I'll send a howdy to you. Now, let's go see about this wall. Okay. From what Palpalimo told me, the trial ahead should lead us into the shadows of the wall. We have 2 objectives. I suggest we divide our forces. I shall make straightways for the tunnels and attempt to intercept our comrades ere they stumble into a bloodbath. While I do so, I must ask that you scale the wall. Know that I would not propose such a course if there was any other way. But the time for subtlety is past. Take a band of your most trusted companions and cut a path through to the Griffin. Make him see reason, by any means necessary. Once we are free of the tunnels, we will make for your position, with all due haste, and if everything proceeds according to plan, Hilda will then swoop in and spirit us away to safety. I only pray that we have enough time. Oh, it's a dungeon, isn't it? Okay. I'm going to say this now. Anybody who wants in on this can either whisper me in game and I will invite you to a party, or you can come here in person and I will pick you up as a party member there if I don't have you on my friends list. So, make your preparations. And I am going to quickly oh. So we've got 2 DPS and a tank so far. Okay. Give it until the ad break finishes. I was not expecting to have to do a dungeon at this point. Also, Alphonse, I love your outfit. Rocco! Hey! I would, but I'm in a dungeon. Ah! Well, maybe there's enough time. Maybe there's enough time. Also, I have to set up a streamer lounge thing so that way I can get like you guys to join a call later. I will work on that later down the week. It's PvP gear. Why is all the PvP gear so cool? I'm gonna have to get into PvP. I am. I'm gonna have to get into PvP. I might make that a Friday thing. Marco flying in on King Shark as a shark.
Okay, so ad break should be finishing up soon, if I'm not mistaken. Ha! Called it! Okay. So I'm going to go into here. Here we go. Maybe next time. Let's do this. Okay, so there's a security terminal. Okay. I'm going to try to group them up as much as possible. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to take that with no defense. Oh gods, there's a ton of them! Oh! Get out of that. Oh my, there's so many of them. Oh, it had to look like a spider. I hate spiders so much. Ow! gods, the AoEs are just everywhere. Oh. Oh, here we go. What? Oh! No wonder you became so much more of a punchable face. You just brought on your reckoning. Oh, I am going to enjoy this. Oh, I am going to destroy you. Oh, I have been waiting so long since the bloody banquet. If I had known you were the Griffin, I would have been so much more... Of course you would stun me. I got too much into it.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
No, you don't. I am going to enjoy tearing you apart.
I have you now. How'd you like this?
Why am I stunned?
Sloppy.
Yes, you are sloppy. Restraint collar?
I'll tear you limb from limb.
I'm sorry, you were going to do what now? That's right. Sit down. Oh! Oh, the vindication! Oh, that felt so good! Oh! Get dunked on! Oh!
You've beaten me, aye. But you cannot stop what I've begun. Behold, a glimpse of things to come.
Oh, shut up. There's nothing that you can do at this point. Oh, right. They think that we're attacking them. That's not a good thing.
We did it! We showed the bastards!
Aye! Victory is ours!
And who knows, lads? Mayhap the Eorzeans will finally see sense when the enemy turns up on their bloody doorstep.
This is for Alamigo, for Eorzea.
What?
They die that others may live. Vanguards! Attack!
7 hells. Do you hear that?
Spider tank. Don't like it.
War machines. How did they get here so quickly?
Stand your ground! For the resistance!
There's nowhere to run. We're cut off.
Gods help us. What were we thinking? The Empire's too big. Too powerful.
Oh, now you realize that!
Mighty Ralker. Grant us the strength to crush our...
No. No, 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 do not tell me. Do not tell me he set up this entire thing to...
There you are.
As you can see, our infiltrators did not elude me for long. Lady Ugiri is sending for an airship even as we speak.
What do we do? This is a massacre!
How wonderful to see you, Commander.
Ilbird, I should have known. This has to end. It has to end now. Do you not see your countrymen dying? Have your ideals rendered you blind even to that? Order the retreat, and we will help your soldiers to safety.
Retreat? With the moment of my triumph so close at hand? You truly are a sheltered child, Leverrier.
No! Oh, God.
Nidhogg's eyes. No abyss is too deep for you, I see. But trust me when I say that such power was not meant for mortal hands.
How long have I struggled to reach this point? My countrymen, so inured to the taste of defeat, they no longer balk at its bitterness, shouting my throat raw with rallying cries, only to be greeted with dull eyes and blank faces. My brothers and sisters in Ulda have surrendered to their apathy and their appetites. Were it not for the glint of Lodorito's coin, I doubt even those here now would have answered my "Take back our old land.
I skipped it by accident.
Free Alamigo! Ha! They'll happily mouth the words, but they won't spill the blood. You say no mortal should...
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
Then I shall gladly become a demon. I will suckle on the souls of the hopeless and liberate the homeland they no longer deserve.
Oh, no. No, it's worse than I thought. He's not.
What exactly do you mean to do?
Oh my God, it was hinted with the previous ones. He is not going to do that.
Did you hear their cries as victory was snatched away from them? Even with their dying breaths, they cursed the Empire. Never has their desire for vengeance been so raw, so true. A god has no need of faith when summoned by so pure a purpose.
Summoned? You cannot mean to fight the Empire with a primal! You know full well the danger, the futility of relying on such power!
Oh yes, I know their limitations. Which is why I will call upon a deity more terrible than the very black worm of the calamity itself.
What? Here? Now?
Like hells you will!
An ending to mark a new beginning. My pain, my longing, you shall have it all!
Please tell me he did it. Please tell me it failed. It failed, didn't it? Please tell me it failed. No. No, no, no. Oh, no. That's not good.
Right. Is it? His death completed the ritual. The primal is taking shape.
Well, can't we stop it? There must be something we can do.
There is one thing.
What? Hey! Where do you think you're going?
Master Louisoix briefly contained Bahamut by means of a potent spell of sealing. I will now attempt to do the same.
But that's impossible! We would need hours to collect the necessary ether, if not days!
Alphino, though I concede it may not always be apparent, I was ever your grandsire's finest pupil.
Timtimati, of course! The staff still holds enormous power, broken or not.
Don't you dare, Papalymo! I know how that spell works. It is time to leave.
Quite right. Quickly now, off you go. The further away, the better.
No! If you're staying, then so am I.
No, Ida. There is a path only you can walk, and it must not end here. Not like this. Take her! Please, you have to take her!
What? No! Damn it! That cred!
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you! Go!
Oh, shoot! Decisions. I trust Papalymo. I do. I trust him. I trust him. He can do this. He's got this.
Hilda! I think he means now!
I bid thee farewell again, my dear Ida. Now, let us see how good a student I truly was.
Ooh. Come on, Papalymo. He did it. I think. Did he do it? Why?
Why didn't they let me stay? Palpalimo is my friend. I should have been there with him.
You could see it in his eyes, Ida. He knew what he was doing and what had to be done. Master Louis Soir wore that same look right before the end.
Do you think I don't know that? I know, all right, I know.
There's nothing more we could have done. Ilbert caught us all off guard. Even Claude was powerless to stop him. If you must blame someone, then blame me. Just promise me that you will never forget what Palpalimo strove to protect, or the lesson he tried to teach you.
Don't speak to me.
Leave Ida with me. Go on. Go back to the Rising Stones. The others need to know what happened here. Oh, you could see it in game. Oh, that's interesting. Once again, I find myself at a loss for words. But Thancred is right. We must return to the Rising Stones and appraise our companions of all of this. Pray make your way there at once. I will send word to Y'shtola and the others of our imminent return. Okay, I shall break the group then. For now. Though it felt good to kick his rear, we now have a bigger problem on our hands. "'Twould seem you bring ill tidings, brother." "Aye, behind the griffin's mask we found the grinning face of an old adversary, Ilbert. I know not how, but he had in his possession the eyes of Nidhogg, whose dread power he used to initiate a summoning ritual, even as we looked on."
By the 12. I don't understand. To attempt such a magic requires every eons of one's aether. No one, not even grandfather, could cast it and hope to survive. Indeed, it was ever a last resort, as I am certain Palpalimo was aware. Thus did the pupil follow in the footsteps of his master, even unto the grave. I have yet to been unable to explain how Ilbert came to possess Nidhogg's eyes. In the depths of the Sea of the Clouds, a perpetual storm of water and wind aspect aether rages. No mortal could have endured such conditions. Then mayhaps it was work of an Ascian, but now is not the time for idle speculation. Krile, I have need of your assistance. Yes, of course.
You must inspect the cocoon of light and ascertain the state of the primal trapped within. Between our prospective talents, I dare say we shall glean some measure of insight.
Understood. I can't promise I'll be able to sense much through the barrier, but I can certainly do my best.
Okay, Darkstar, have a good evening. Or good day, at least. What? Without so much as a by your leave? Pray forgive Archon your stroller and her brevity. She seeketh employment, lest her grief deprive her of the will to act. A desire to comfort Yida, no doubtless, compoundeth her unseemly haste. I too must contend with the grievous lost in my own way. By thy leave, Lady Estelle, I shall honor our fallen colleagues through gainful study. There's exist writings that may yet further our understanding of the cocoon of light. Perhaps I was too quick to judge. Surrendering to sadness and regret would be a poor tribute to Palpalima's sacrifice. Quite. We must begin preparations to face Ilbert's absurd creation without delay. What time we have purchased at too dear a price to us to squander it. Ah, Claude, I wish I had more to tell you, but the situation in East Shroud remains largely unchanged. Meaning, we still have no idea how long before... A communication from the Alliance? One moment. Yes, of course, our representatives will be present. My thanks. Word from Gridania. The council will shortly be reconceived. The Alliance leaders have already begun to assemble. They wish to discuss the primal, of course. As of Y'shtola's last report, the cocoon yet hung above the wall unchanged. Yes, but the Elder Sea Sealer doubtless shares our concern about how long it will remain so. I am told that Sid Garland has been called in to aid his expertise in proceedings. A wise decision. The more minds we have working on this, the better. Well then, I suggest we leave the Riving Stone into Taru's capable hands and make haste for the Lotus Stand. Alright, who have we here?
A word, if you would, good sir. This place. It is within the realm of Eorzea.
You're an odd-looking fellow, aren't you? Still, takes all sorts, I suppose. This here's Vesper Bay. Thanalan's door to the ocean, as some folk like to call it.
Am I to understand from your answer that I have indeed arrived in Eorzea?
Eh? Yes? You're in Eorzea?
Ah! A plain response at last, and the one I wanted at that. My journey was not without its hardships, and I would sooner travel by land than put to sea again. You do not believe that so small a bark could bear me across the ocean? Such timid little sailors. I had but to set my course, and set my jaw till I made port. Though, 'twould perhaps have been wise to lay down my oars a moment to sup on more than the spray of brine water. By the trembling of my limbs, I sense a brief repast may be in order. Nay, I will not hearken to the feeble grumblings of an empty belly. Duty comes before all.
Are you alright?
Oh, I saw that coming, but I still find it funny.
Thou art far indeed from home, friend.
Okay. Oh, that's funny. Okay. I have no idea where he hailed from, but it was funny to see him fall on his face. Okay. It would seem that we're the ones late this time.
Dear friends, pray accept my heartfelt thanks for your efforts in defense of Gridania's borders. I would fain dwell longer on my gratitude for the support of the Alliance, but the situation at Belsar's Wall demands that we forego such pleasantries.
According to our most recent intelligence, the cocoon of light that formed in the air above the wall remains undimmed and unbroken. After measuring the cocoon's etheric concentrations, Archon Y'shtola has confirmed the presence of a primal entity.
So we must assume that Ilbert's thrice damned god is indeed trapped within. And what news of the Imperials? They're not like to ignore such a spectacle.
Sir, a Garlean airship was observed making an approach, but the vessel was destroyed when it drew near. The Empire appears to have made no subsequent attempts to reach the object.
The soldiers who witnessed the incident spoke of a lance of light issuing from within the cocoon, of an entire warship being reduced to smoking ruin in the space of a moment. Veterans of Cartano, meanwhile, likened the destruction to that wrought by the fiery wrath of Bahamut.
We could face another calamity.
Oh no.
So the Primal is awake then? Contained, yes, but for how long? We must destroy it now, lest it break free.
Agreed.
There is, however, the small matter of how to get close enough to a being that swats warships from the sky as you would a bothersome gnat.
Is this truly so complex a puzzle? Or have you no stomach for the obvious solution?
What in the hells are you doing here?
A pleasure to see you too, Garland. Now, if you'd be so kind as to explain to these good people why you should be begging me for my assistance, that would be most appreciated.
Who is this man?
Oh, how terrifically rude of me. Nero Tolskeva, former tribunus of the 14th Legion of the Garlean Empire. These days, however, one might say that I'm something of a free agent.
What do you want, Nero?
I was getting to that. Although you already know what I'm about to propose, old friend. As you have rather belatedly realized, within that frail binding lurks an entity alike in strength to the great Bahamut, and the only force in existence which might conceivably contend with such a foe is the very creation which captured the Elder Primal in the first place. I speak, of course, of Omega.
Omega? That hulk has been gathering dust beneath the plains of Cartanau since the Allagans breathed their last. And none alive knows how to wake it.
I'm sorry? Do you understand who it is with whom you have the privilege of speaking? I'm Nero Tolskeva, Master Engineer, the mechanical genius who restored the Ultima weapon to full operational capacity. And as luck would have it, I am graciously offering you the use of my considerable expertise.
And what, you just expect us to accept? You're a fool if you think your deeds at the Crystal Tower are enough to win my trust, Nero.
Trust? You wound me, Garland. All those years, studying side by side at the Academy, sharing both trial and triumph, we were countrymen once, you and I. But sentiment aside, have you a better solution? Or do you mean to send in your vaunted hero there, as you always do, and pray the world is not engulfed in flame? Let us approach the problem in a rational manner. Does not the fact that Omega slumbers in stasis point to the existence of some overriding technology? A means of control?
I would ask a question, if I may. Nero, was it not? In the event that we succeeded in using Omega to shackle the Primal in the manner you propose, what then would become of it? Do we not risk repeating the mistakes of the Allagans?
Omega is but a tool. How we choose to employ that tool is entirely up to us. Of course, if you would rather leave it buried beneath Cartanau while you continue your petty squabbles above, then I suppose that is also your choice.
Spare us, Nero. The Seedseer's concern is a valid one. He who controls Omega wields the power of the gods, the very power which led the Allagans to destroy themselves.
And does it not fall to we engineers to prevent such misuse? What was your company's proud slogan? Freedom through technology?
A creed you follow, is it? What say you? Do we take this villain at his word?
Do I get a choice? Or do I just nod?
Oh, at least I get a choice.
I don't trust him enough, so...
As will I. I don't like it, but then it doesn't look like we have much choice. Would the Council be willing to entrust this matter to a pair of former Imperials?
Yes. The task of restoring the Allagan relic will be yours. But the responsibility for its reawakening must remain with the Council. Do we condone this course of action?
Aye. 'Twould seem we do. Let the record show that we invest this contingent with the authority to enter Carteneau and take command of Omega. Sid, I appoint you leader of the expedition. Scions, I would ask that you assign some few of your number to escort Master Garland and supervise the other one.
We should be happy to oblige. The politics of Carteneau being what they are, I dare say our neutrality will prove useful in avoiding any unnecessary entanglements.
If I am not mistaken, Doma occupies a similarly neutral position. Might we not persuade you to join the expedition, Lady Yugiri? If you suspected any foul play from Nero, you would be welcome to kill him.
Oh, love it!
My blade is yours.
Not a moment's hesitation, eh? You'll forgive me if I do not shake your hand.
Okay. Well, that was rather unexpected development, and one which raises a number of questions, not least among them how Nero chanced to learn of the council meeting in the first place. Why is it a mystery? Okay, fine. Sid and the others are assembling at the airship landing. Azael is already on her way, and it would not do to lag too far behind. Let us be off. What do you mean, gift time? What is that item? It does not say, and it concerns me. Oh, that is not the way to go. See, I get lost so easily, despite the fact that there is a map up in the upper right-hand corner. I have to go down, don't I? Yep. Claude, Alphinaud, ready to go? The others have stepped out onto the landing for a moment, lest you wander. Nero insists that he be allowed to inspect the Excelsior before boarding. And you let him, despite his very timely offer of assistance. The thought of the man poking about in the workings of a ship without proper supervision does not fill me with confidence. Calm yourself, Alphinaud. Your sister was adamant that he would never leave her sight, and she and Yorgri are, well, here they are now. Right. I think that's everyone. Shall I set course for Cartanus? Might I ask that we delay our departure slightly? I require no more than a few hours at most. Our colleagues are studying the cocoon even as we speak, and I would hear their latest observations ere we proceed. It would seem wise to gain a clear understanding of the situation as possible before formulating our plans. Oh, I thought time was against us. How foolish of me. Hold your tongue. When we want your opinion, we'll ask for it. Forgive me, my lady. I shall keep my counsel until such time as you have finished procrastinating. All right. While Alphino speaks with his colleagues, I shall fly the Excelsior over to Mordona. We can rendezvous at the Rising Stones. Mine apologies for the trouble. I shall visit Eustola and the others forthwith, and join you as soon as I am able. Claude, pray accompany Azael back to the Rising Stones. I should feel safer knowing you are present to entertain our guest. Right. Everyone heading to Madonna is welcome to travel aboard the Excelsior. I'll clear things with the girl at the counter here. Let her know when you're ready to leave. And somebody is at the door. Pray tell, give me one moment to check that. I am back. Okay. You are traveling with Master Garland, sir. The Enterprise Excelsior is right this way. Not quite a door-to-door service, but I couldn't exactly land her in Latoll's main square. Shall we adjourn to the Rising Stone, then?
So these are the fabled headquarters of the Scions. I confess I would have expected an order of self-proclaimed warrior scholars to surround themselves with the fruits of man's enlightenment. And yet there's not so much as a single piece of magitech in sight. It never ceases to amaze me how primitive you Eorzeans truly are.
Oh, I'll have you know that the Rising Stones is home to the very latest in magitech innovation. Wedge calls it the Mark 14 Thermocoil Boil Master, and it's the finest kettle I've ever had the pleasure to own.
We are returned. Well, Ida and I, at least. Ishtola and the others remain behind to continue their assessment of the binding magic.
There didn't seem much point staying just for that, so I decided to come back with Alphino. Papalimo bought us this time. We shouldn't waste it.
By your leave!
Good God, that voice could fell a gigas.
This is the Rising Stones, domicile of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I enter at the invitation of one Lord Urianger. I spy you there, Shadow Walker. You always were a hard one to find.
Yugiri, do you know this man?
Gosetsu, why are you come to Eorzea?
In search of you, Yugiri. For days and nights did I row across the angry sea. I made port in good spirits, only for my own flesh to betray me over the trifling matter of an empty belly. Collapsed in the street like an unfed stray I was, until Lord Urianger came to my aid. Over a most welcome meal, we spoke of the plight of Doma, and I learned of our displaced countrymen's work to resettle this blighted land. 'Twas blind fortune that I was able to locate you so swiftly. But now we must make ready to depart. Our master languishes in dire peril, and Doma calls her daughter home.
It is not so simple, Gosetsu. There are obligations which bind me here.
You refuse? Did you mislay your oath during your flight from our homeland? The laws of hospitality must be honored, but surely the vow to defend your master demands the greater obeisance.
It was our master who bid me guide our people to safe haven by any means necessary. And it was the Scions you see before you who provided us succor and sanctuary when all others refused. Dire peril or no, were I to return without first repaying such hospitality, our master would cut me down at the threshold.
Mayhap that is so.
There is more. A crisis threatens all within this realm, Eorzean and Doman alike, and I go to play my part in its resolution. I will not bring shame upon our liege by abandoning my people or my duty.
How very noble of you. Now, in the name of honor, kinship, and, yes, practicality, might I suggest we get this expedition underway? Or would you rather debate the finer points of duty and leave Omega to the Empire?
The Empire? Yugiri, you draw steel against the curs of Garlemald? Then why did you not say so? My blade is oath-bound to fall upon the ranks of the Imperials wheresoever they march. Lead on, Shadow Walker, and may the enemy tremble at our coming.
Claude, wait. Could I speak to you for a moment? Do you remember when I had you meet me at the Diamond Forge and we had ambushed you? Well, once I had your management, I set to work making you a traveling outfit in my spare time. I've only just a moment to finish the stitching, but I wanted you to have it before you left. Here. You can try it on right now if you'd like. Oh, gods. What's it look like? Oh! Oh, that's snazzy. I like that.
don't like the monocle, however.
Assuming we measured correctly, the fit should be just right. Snug, but not too snug, if you know what I mean. So, how does it feel? You're not just saying that, are you? Oh, I can't tell you how much this means to me. To have crafted something worthy of the Warrior of Light it's, well, let's just say it makes all the practice worthwhile. I also sewed in a blood pearl charm, you know. Bring you home, may it always protect you.
Okay. I will admit, this is very snazzy. I like this. So I need to do something real fast. And I shall do it using a Theorite ticket to do it. Only because it looks snazzy. I will admit, this is the one time that she has created an outfit that I like. Although, I don't like the monocle. So I'm going to alter it just a bit. Wait, before I do. White. Not bone white dye, general purpose pure white dye. Oh god, that's so expensive. There's got to be a cheaper one. Cheaper one? No, there's not a cheaper one. Is there just a normal white dye? Perhaps? Ooh, Snowbite dye will work. And it's relatively cheaper, so I'll do that. It's just for the hat, because the hat stays on, and I know I can dye my hat. Okay, so I should be able to store it in here. Oh no, it's not something that I can store. Okay, so I have to store it in the glamour dresser. Okay. That's main hand, offhand stuff. Wait. Okay, so there's no gloves to this set. Okay, so... Okay. With that in mind... Where is it? I thought I put it in here, didn't I? Oh. Yeah, the hat stays on. I don't care. Where is my hat? Okay, I'm saving this as is because... Wait. Oh, because it's only showing Gunbreaker gear. Wait, no, the hat's not in here. Thank you for telling me that. There we go. Now if I click apply. Huh. Snazzy. I like it. Yes, very good looking. Although, I'm not really big on the white, but I have to make the hat match. Do you look now? You know what just popped into my head? Technically, this would make me a rhinestone cowboy, wouldn't it? So we have to wake Omega up, right? When do we start? Ida, are you sure that's... I'm sure, yes. I won't lie and say I'm completely fine, but I'll feel a lot better if I'm doing something useful. Very well. I will remain here and continue to coordinate our efforts with the Alliance. Alphinaud, mayhaps you could return to Gridania and assist Y'shtola and Kryl? A fine suggestion. Then the rest of us will form the Cartanews expedition party. Nero and I will focus on rousing Omega, while Claude, Ida, and our Doman friend take care of security. The Excelsior is by the lake just outside the town. We'll leave as soon as everyone is ready. I have to admit, I do like the look of this, but I do have to go get some more armor. Oh, I have to go to the Ishgard one to do that in order to get the more advanced one. Okay, give me 1 second, because I gotta move to Ishgard real fast. Just take a second. Let's see. So I'm missing the pants and the boots. Can I get both the pants and the boots? Then I'll still need to get more, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Wait, hang on. Okay, I have the recommended gear on. Oh, right. Is there a place to repair here? There should be one. There should be an independent mender up here. Repair all inventories. I need to start leveling up my crafters so that way I can repair my own gear. Uh-oh. This is a level sink. We haven't far to go. With any luck, we'll be in Chartanews before Goat Setsu graces the deck with his dinner. Once there, however, we had best be on our guard. Given the Elerone was still active when Omega was discovered, we can be sure that the Empire has long been aware of its existence, and if Nero deemed it the obvious solution to the threat posed by the new primal, it's not impossible that Garlemald might do the same. Have your weapon ready and your wits about you. Something tells me you are flying into a fight.
Now, where was that? Ah. I've enabled the teleporter. One brief jump and we shall arrive in Omega's control room.
How convenient. You've been here before.
Of course. It was no easy task threading a path through all the skirmishers. But how could I ignore the existence of such a fascinating toy? You may trust that my preliminary examination was suitably thorough.
Trust? Aye. I trust your appetite for technology.
Uh-oh.
I chased down a suspect airship, and who should I find but the traitor, Sid Garland. Searching for something, engineer? Something big? It's close, isn't it? It's like all my name days have come at once.
Of all the scouts the Empire could have sent. Take care of that brute, will you?
God damn it. Can't let Nero tinker around in there by himself. I'm sorry to leave you to it, but I dare say you'll manage without me. This clod has no idea who he's dealing with.
I am Gosetsu, Samurai of Doma. You will rue your choice of opponent this day.
All right.
An opening.
Oh, of course you get your others to jump in. Okay. Oh, dang! Oh, more jumping in. Okay.
No surrender.
All right. Link Pearl? Are you still playing with the soldiers? I suppose I can lend you one of my toys, but only if you promise to give it back. Oh! It's red! Oh! It's red! Behold, the Red Baron. Now end this nonsense. What the? No one told me they had Magitech armor. Yeah, forward for the Empire. Ooh, I get to use the Red Baron. Oh, it's got multiple things. How do I confirm? Oh, that's how I confirm. Ooh! Boom. 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 Boom.
Retreating, Paganino! No retreat. No surrender.
'Tis my right to strike! With soul and steel!
This oil thing.
Look upon a samurai Otama!
Wow, what a coward.
Temporal stasis disengaged. All systems operational. Garland?
All clear on this side. It's waking up.
Remarkable. Omega sensors immediately detected the presence of the cocoon, even at this distance. They must have been set to scan for sources of energy exceeding certain magnitudes.
I still don't see any means to control the machine directly. It seems to have been designed to act wholly autonomously. Once we release Omega, we can be fairly certain it will attempt to capture the Primal at Belsar's Wall. Assuming its mission is successful, our only option at that point will be to re-engage its stasis system and put it back to sleep.
And should the machine happen to misbehave, we'll simply initiate an emergency shutdown. I confess we don't yet have a complete grasp of its capabilities, but I'm certain the details will not elude us for long.
Well, I understood less than half of that. So, my question to you is, are we doing the right thing? What do I think?
Did I ask the wrong question?
All right. Step aside, Sid. Is this the thing I need to press?
Yes, that's the one.
You gave too much for us to waste this chance, Papalimo. So this is for you. And me.
Fly free, my pretty! Show us what you can do.
The launch sequence has begun. Omega is loose.
All right. Oh. What is that? That's Omega? And what of the Primal? Oh. Oh, it looks like Bahamut. Come on. It's overpowering it. Oh! Well, I guess that location's not there anymore. Yeah, that location's not there anymore.
Huh? Omega has stopped transmitting. But that shouldn't be. I didn't engage the stasis system.
And what does this signify? I have little understanding of these contrivances.
The launch went exactly to plan, but all signals emanating from Omega have ceased. This may indicate any number of things, but we will need to join the Scions out in the field if we are to ascertain which one.
Right. I've ordered the malfunctioning beast to go to sleep. That should prevent any unfortunate mishaps. I suggest we make our way back to Gridania.
Why do I feel like something bad is gonna... Wait, what?
Omega destroyed the cocoon. Papalimo's spell is fading. It was bound to his ether, you see. And if the connection is broken...
Wait! Do those marks bind them together? Am I inferring that right? Does those marks bind them together somehow? One moment everything was functioning perfectly, and the next it wasn't. It makes no sense. We need to see what's happened for ourselves, and soon. I believe we have reached it. We have indeed reached it. Everybody's telling me that this section was called the Far Edge of Fate, and I know that they call their sections by the end of what it is. So this is the Far Edge of Fate. Unfortunately, I do have to go to work today, unfortunately. What time is it? What time is it? Yes, I am leaving a cliffhanger. I have to. Unfortunately, I have to. Unfortunately. However, I might be tempted to do an additional stream once I get off work. I might be tempted to. Because I work an 8-hour shift. However, I could also stream in the morning again. I could also stream early in the morning again. Because, I will admit, I do like waking up early just to stream in the morning. Yes, I got your stretch right here. Wolf stretch. So, I will do my little... wrong one. I will mute the background music for a sec. And go into my idling camera real fast. I never have this stuff ready. I never do. So, I will wind things down for now. I will be streaming more tomorrow morning. I've made that decision. It will be tomorrow morning. Around the same time we started today. So I'll be sure that once I get home, I'll get enough sleep so that way I can wake up and start it around... When did I start? Like 8 o'clock? Yeah, 8 o'clock. Let's see if we can find someone to raid, shall we? Because that seems like the best thing to do at this point is find someone to raid. So... let's see. Let's find someone with a, same category. Let's see. Who shall we raid? Let's see. Open their link in new tab, so that way we can have it open and ready. It's probably gonna unmute for a sec, so give me just one moment. Oh no, it muted it. Perfect, perfect. Okay. So, that's good. So, we are going to raid Sora Crystal Heart. So, let's go ahead and click Start Raid. Why did it not go? What gives? I clicked it. Let me try again. Start raid. Did it work that time? There we go. Okay. So, let me do exclamation mark RM for the raid message. There you go. Copy the raid message, spam our emotes, give them some love. And I will see you guys at the next stream. Love you all. And we are raiding out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good night, everybody.